final and most important step to get your video out on the internet is to have a clean description and have a catchy title. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how exactly I do that in my videos. Coming up. What's good, everybody? My name is Max. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I post 2 to 3 times a week on this channel about tech tutorial and lifestyle videos, so if you like videos about that, be sure to hit that big subscribe button down below, and I'd really appreciate it. But this video you're watching is actually the final part in my 5-part content creator series, so if you haven't already, be sure to check out the other 4 parts in the series in the link in the description down below. This is the final video, like I just said, and it's going to be about publishing your videos, how to market it, how I personally do it, adding a description, adding a title, maybe adding some tags too here and there. I would say this is the final step before you actually hit publish or schedule your videos. So I'm just going to be going over what I actually do before I actually publish the video. Without further ado, let's hop into YouTube Studio. Alright, so we're in YouTube Studio right now. This is what everything looks like. So we're actually going to be taking a look at my most recent video, part 3 out of 5 for this content creator series. The title, I try to make it as many characters as I can and as many keywords as possible, because that'll definitely help your video rank more in search and get you those views that you need to. So first of all, I put 3 out of 5 because it's obviously part 3 out of 5. And then what I feel like not a lot of people are doing is adding emojis in your titles. So I use 2 here because I like to do that. I like to also incorporate them in my thumbnails as well. I think it's a good way for it to stand out. And then after that is a colon. And then this is actually what the video is about, how I speed up my editing workflow. Just like that. And sometimes after, if I'm using some sort of program like I did in part 1 Notion, I did in parentheses, I put Notion, so featuring Notion in the video. Anyway, that's a title. Make sure to have it under 100 characters. And also what you can do is add uppercase letters. And then also one last thing I just want to point out here is adding punctuations here. So if I just end it without this exclamation point here, it kind of looks plain and all that, but it makes it sound a little bit more exciting when you have the exclamation point. So I think it's a good way to add it here. So that was pretty much it for titles. You just have to make a compelling title with maybe emojis too, because I think that'll help it and it'll also make it stand out from the crowd. And then the second part I want to move on to was your descriptions here. So as you can see, my description is actually quite long, and we're just going to be going over step by step what exactly is in my description. So if we look at here first, this is basically a 2 to 3 sentence sort of overview of the whole entire thing. Editing videos can take a long time, but this video goes over 5 of my best ways to speed up my editing workflow. From organizing files, keyboard shortcuts, and small reminders, I tell myself, this video goes over it all. I should add an emoji because I feel like that definitely helps out a lot too. And then here's the content creator series. It links to part 1, part 2, and then part 3 and part 4. And then here, this is just a little reminder. This video is part of a 5-part content creator series. You guys can read it. You can make it in bold as well. Highlight the whole entire thing. You want to bold, and then you can press Control B. And then here, just another links mention thing. If I reference to another video on my channel or somebody else's videos, I'll put it here. But I had no videos that are linked, so yeah, you can just link it there. And a good way to do that is also by adding an emoji. Like I said before, this is another emoji, a link emoji. Also this sort of bullet thing, it's like 2 arrows together. I think it adds a little bit of a cooler effect as well. And then here are timestamps. I think what I'll do here is just to add more pizzazz, I'll add this caret. And then timestamps are pretty simple. You can add different chapters. That's what I like to do in my videos, so you guys know exactly where to skip to if you already know or some of these tips. So for example, if you already knew some keyboard shortcuts or you already knew that keyboard shortcuts speed up your editing workflow, maybe you can skip to tip 2, and that would be at the timestamp 4:18 here, cutting from audio waveforms. And I'll show you real quick what the chapters actually look like on the videos. Okay, so this is what the chapters look like in your video. As you can see, there's like little sectioned out portions on here. So, and when you hover over it, it shows what the timestamp is about. We can also click on the timestamps at the bottom. So let's skip to tip 2. For example here, and it goes straight to it. It's just a good way to divide it up into different sections. The audience retention nowadays is getting shorter and shorter, so it's a good way to let them skip to the part that they actually want to get value out of your content. Now going back to the description in YouTube Studio, once I added all of my timestamps, I will add the hashtag. YouTube allows up to 15 hashtags in your whole entire description. Don't go overboard, otherwise they'll disregard every single hashtag that you have. I like to just keep 3 because those are the ones that show up. Because if we go back here, as you can see, these 3 are the hashtags. Hashtag Creator Tips Tuesday, hashtag Video Editing, and hashtag Maxwell Chan. Obviously Maxwell Chan is the main one that I want to put there. I put in all of my videos pretty much. And then Video Editing, that's all about video editing. And Creator Tips Tuesday, that is sort of the series that I'm going for here. That's just something, make sure it's meaningful. And you can also check in YouTube search keywords that come up on the YouTube search when you just type in a couple phrases. That was just everything in the whole entire video, like what it goes over and all the timestamps, all the links mentioned. But underneath here is actually just the other resources, things like videos I may like, my socials, my gear, other resources, and this is my secret description comment. If you guys are watching up to this point, check the description down below right now and comment the secret description word. But now I just right here just spam a couple dashes, and now this acts as sort of like a line there, and then underneath it is just some simple reminders here. Subscribe and turn on bell notifications if you haven't already. Be sure to turn on bell notifications and subscribe to the channel. And this is just a bit.ly subscribe confirmation. Another emoji, very key. I should start putting more emojis in my descriptions because it makes it stand out a little bit more and a little bit more friendly for you guys. And the videos you may like, feel like these are a little bit outdated, but this is one of my videos that were popular back then, how I make a YouTube banner and Nikon D60 review. That's my most popular video because I want that to get more traction there. And then next is my socials right here. So my Instagram, follow me at @MaxwellChan_. You guys can join my Discord server right here. And then here's my gear. Again, I have a gear emoji. Here's just everything that I have: my main camera, my backup camera, my microphone, other microphone, tripod, editing software, and computer. Some people may ask in your comments down below, hey Max, what video editing software do you use? It's right in the description down below, so you guys be sure to check that out. And it's just an easy way to get your viewers to know like what you're using already. Some new viewers might not know. And underneath is other resources. So these are just some other miscellaneous things like my Spotify playlist. If you guys want to vibe to it, be sure to go follow me on Spotify there. My newsletter, if you haven't already signed up, be sure to sign up. At the very bottom, I like to put, if you put reminders like this for them to comment on your video, it gets them engaged, and it's like, oh, there's like this new secret comment thing that they can look up, they can look forward to comment on your videos, because I know there's some people on my channel who constantly come back, put the secret description words in my comments down below, so it's just a good way to get them engaged. That actually wraps up the whole entire description here. It is pretty long, I must say, and I think adding these sort of bullet points here, like these two sort of arrows, definitely do make a difference. Emojis are key. I think using emojis, don't overwhelm the person also, but just make sure it fits into context with what you're actually trying to tell in your descriptions. Now I'm thinking I should cut down my descriptions in the future as well, because it might be a little bit overwhelming for some people. Like maybe I'll combine all my gear into one simple link. So you've made an effective description and an effective title. Now we're going to be going into one of my favorite things, tags. So tags are essentially to help you get noticed in the YouTube search. So if we look right here in my tags for this video, you can't have over 500 characters here, but I try to add as many as I can. Here's all the tags: iMovie, because I exported it from iMovie, and I use iMovie in my editing as well. Editing here because it's related to it, and then all these things here. And as you guys can see, these green marks, you're probably wondering what it's about. I actually have a Chrome extension installed called TubeBuddy. I would totally recommend it. It is very, very helpful to you guys. I'll have a link in the description down below for where you can find that. It's just a good way to see where these keywords will rank in the YouTube search. So if somebody searches up Maxwell Chan, this video will come up third on the list there, because it is a pretty recent video from me. How I speed up my editing workflow, that is actually #1 in search. If somebody searches those exact keywords, they're gonna come up with my videos. I can just add a couple more tags here. You can rearrange the words here. So how I speed up my editing. When adding a tag, do not add words that aren't relevant to your actual video. So I wouldn't add something about a dog, or I wouldn't add something about planning my videos in this video, because it was about speeding up my editing process. Now moving on, we're going to actually talk about scheduling here. This video is currently public right now, and I did schedule it before, but I think scheduling is a good way to put your videos out there in case you batched a lot of videos at a time. It's a good way to like schedule them out. So I like to schedule them at like specific times, like 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, stuff like that. I try to schedule it at certain time. If you're just uploading at any random time of the day, then your viewers don't know what to expect. So I like to schedule it at maybe around the exact same time. And then next is the playlist. So I like to create playlists here. The whole entire video could be made about this, but it won't be in this content creator series. Currently my playlists here, I have it in tips and tutorials and my upload. And once again, add emojis to your playlists. It's really helpful. And then the end screen is very important. As you guys might see in a lot of my videos, I do have an end screen template. I could make a video on that in the future as well. It's basically something where the last 20 seconds of the video, you can just see a recommended video for you guys, so you can click on to the next one and keep watching my content. I add these end cards. Here's what it looks like. I choose a video that's best for the viewer, because obviously another video might be relevant to them, and I think it's really important to do that. You can also add other videos just in case, but I like to keep it at 1 for now, and then a simple subscribe button just in case they're not subscribed. And it matches right up to my end screen template, and you can just add an element here with end screen. It's just a good way to get your viewers engaged, to keep on watching your content. And then next up, the last thing I want to talk about here is cards. So I personally don't really use cards in my videos. For example, you're referencing to another video on your channel, you can simply just put it in the card, and then they can maybe watch it later. Or a playlist, you can add a video, playlist, channel, or a link. You used to be able to add some polls, but they were recently removed from YouTube. But that is all I had for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed how I make my titles, descriptions, and tags, and just everything before I hit publish on YouTube. If you guys did get value out of this, be sure to drop a like on this video. Be sure to check out the other 4 parts in this content creator series. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that is all I had for this one. Hope you guys really did enjoy this video. You guys know what to do. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.